we sit back in that reception mode and we really tune in, it's like, what is my next step? What is my body telling me? What is my gut telling me? What is my heart telling me? And we really just say, okay, I have no idea, but I'm going to go with this. Like something's pulling me, something's calling me, and you just go with it. Then you're likely going to step into the very next thing that you need.
Yeah.
And we've all been there in
Mm-hmm.
that place where it's like, should I do that? And then it comes full circle and we didn't, and we realize, oh my God, we messed up.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Yeah.
we didn't trust. And that's a really good lesson too, though.
Yeah.
You use that as a lesson and as feedback, and you say, okay, well, I didn't really pay attention. I know that I should have. Lesson learned. Okay, I'll remember that internal voice next time so that I can really step into whatever it's saying to me.
Yeah, absolutely. I have learned that there's been so many lessons, and then the last lesson is like this huge slap in the face because the universe is like, we've tried to tell you this, so we have to really wake you up and like give you something really hard to go through now. So yeah, the earlier you learn it, the least amount of lessons you have to go through. But I do believe you have to learn it for yourself, right? It's not something that we can sit here and say like, oh, do A, B, and C, and this is, you'll never, mess up or fail or whatever again. That's just not how it works. But tuning in to yourself is just so key for sure.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think failing's part of it.
Yeah.
I think that's how we learn. Part of it's just failing forward.
Yeah. And I think most of our societies and, growing up and stuff, like failure was bad, right? We were taught that that was a bad thing and you should always be doing right and perfection and all that. And I think that's why we've got to where we are, like part of it, right? And like you say, a lot of, I know that the fertility issues community is very type A, very perfectionist, always on the go, like, and they're trying to control the fertility journey now, and they feel so out of control because they've been able to do it with the rest of their lives. And this is something that you just can. And you alluded to it, is it's that surrender part of it that is one of the hardest things for women to do. And I know I struggled with it and sometimes still do, right? I have to remind myself it's not about the how. Like, you got here for some reason, you have been led to this book or this podcast, or someone's come into your life. Just surrender to that, write that out, see how it feels, and stop over controlling. And I think with the medical system, I think why it's such a billion-dollar industry is it actually gives you the feeling of control, right? Like, I'm taking this pill, I'm doing this procedure, I'm doing this, so therefore I'm doing something. Where I know, with not my personal experience, because we took long times before, like long gaps in between our medical procedures, but for all of my clients who are doing procedures, they are back to back, back to back. And they're like, well, my doctor says I need to because I'm getting older. And it's that control factor. And it's like, I'm telling you right now, for the majority of people, if you take a step back, just like you said with your client, do not try while you're healing, you're going to actually increase your time. You're going to get your time back, and you'll get to your ultimate goal a lot quicker than you think.
Yeah. I think is so true. I think that it's more about, when we take that natural route, it's more about, I guess, trusting the process, trusting our guides sometimes, because we're like, it's so simple. How could it work?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Mm-hmm.
how can what you're telling me actually work?
Yeah.
And I have clients come to me after a month, we'll meet in 2 weeks or we'll meet in a month after our first session. And they're like, I'm not really sure if this is the placebo effect, like that.
Yeah, yeah,
That's a
right.
common thing that they
Yeah.
say. You probably hear it too. It's like, here's what I'm experiencing, like my energy's better. Like, I don't feel as moody. I feel like my bloating's gone down. I'm losing weight. And I'm like, yes, I promise you, it's natural. It's normal. Your
Yeah.
body, when you give your body what it needs, it is going to start working for you.